Hello, this is Amber Willenberg from the U of L Libraries, and in this video, we'll be talking about conducting research through the library for your position argument assignment. The first step of your research is identifying an interesting problem or perspective related to your unit on definitions of language, rhetoric, and what it means to be human on which you can take a stand. As an example in this video, we'll explore how insects use language. It can be helpful to strategize before searching by coming up with a list of keywords to help you look for sources. Some useful keywords for this topic might be insects and language, but we can brainstorm other keywords that might help us search as well. We might narrow our search to particular insects like bees or ants, or specify colony insects. We could also think of different ways to search for language, like communication, nonverbal communication, nonverbal cues, or mannerisms. Brainstorm as many keywords as you can so you have options for changing up your search once you start looking for articles. As you search and see what words researchers are using in their writing, you can add more keywords to your list. Once you have your list of keywords, you can begin searching for scholarly sources that address your research question. We'll start on the library homepage, library.louisville.edu, and click on Subject Guides under Quick Tools. These subject guides divide up the library's databases by subject area, making it easier for you to find articles related to your topic. It can be helpful to jot down all of the subject areas that are relevant to your topic, so that you know all of the places you might search for information. For our topic on insects and language, we might search in biology databases, communication studies databases, and linguistics databases. Let's go ahead and click on Communication Studies to find databases containing scholarly sources in the field of communication. Here, you'll see recommended databases for communication research. We can hover over each database to see what it contains. We'll click on the database Linguistics and Language Behavior Abstracts. Once we're in the database, we'll search using some of the keywords we brainstormed earlier. Let's start with a search for insects in the first box and communication or language in the second. This OR search tells the database that we want results that talk about insects and communication or insects and language. This will give me more results than if I just search for communication or just search for language. This search gave us just over 1,000 results. We can begin looking through titles now to see if the search returned relevant results, or we can narrow the search a little bit more first. For example, you might want to narrow your search to only scholarly journal articles on the left if you're required to cite only scholarly sources. If you need to find more recent information on your topic, you can also specify a date range for articles. Let's click on the first article in our result list, The Language of Social Insects. When you click on an article, you'll want to read the abstract to find out what the article is about and view more information about the article. If you want to read the full article, look for a PDF, or if there is no PDF available, a Find It at U of L button. If we have the article, Find It at U of L will take you to a link to the full text. If we don't own the article here at U of L, you'll be able to request a copy of the article through interlibrary loan and have it sent to you within a couple of days. You can also find options to cite the article in your preferred citation style, email the article to yourself, and more saving options on this page. If your topic is interdisciplinary, you'll want to see what researchers in other fields are writing about that topic. Our search in linguistics and language behavior abstracts shows us what scholars in communications and linguistics are writing about insects and language, but scholars in biology might have different arguments that you need to consider. We'll again go to the subject guides, but this time we'll click on biology. Again, we see a list of recommended databases, and we can hover over these to see what they contain. I'm going to choose Science Direct, a database that covers a variety of science subject areas. In the keyword search box, let's type in insects and communication or language. This search gave us over 63,000 results, many more than in the previous database. We could look through these results, but it might be helpful to narrow our search down. In the previous search, we looked at an article about social insects. So let's change our first keyword from insects to specifically social insects. We'll put social insects in quotes to keep those words together in our results. We now have just 2,400 results, which is a lot fewer than the 63,000 we had before. Narrowing your topic as you go is a common part of the research process. As you begin to search and see what researchers are writing about, it's easier to focus in on a more specific area of interest. You might also find that researchers in one subject area talk about your topic using different terms than researchers in another subject area, and you'll have to adjust your search accordingly. Let's click on the first article here, Communication in Social Insects and How It is Shaped by Individual Experience. Just like in the last database, you can look for a PDF option to read the full article, or if there is no PDF, click Find It at U of L to see your options for accessing the article. You'll also find options to share the article with yourself via email and cite the article in your preferred citation style here. Another thing to notice is this list of keywords below the article's abstract. Many articles will list keywords, and you should look through these and add relevant keywords to your list of search terms. One final note on following the scholarly conversation on your topic is to check the citations on articles you find to locate other articles involved in the same conversation. For example, if we scroll to the bottom of this article, we'll find more sources on communication in social insects, along with several references to articles on the communication of honeybees, which might give us ideas for narrowing the focus of our research even further. If you ever have questions about your research, including coming up with keywords, choosing appropriate subject databases, or searching within databases, librarians are here to help. You can chat with us right from the library homepage on Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, or click Ask a Librarian to find more ways to get in contact with us. You can also schedule an appointment with a librarian, in person or online, for in-depth research help. Thanks!